and are happy it's all the rage, and people who dress their dogs in costumes on Halloween, and fires in fireplaces, and maroon/hunter green/mustard yellow color combos, and baking your first fall batch of cookies, but you put too much cinnamon in it because you're too excited because it's fall.
We got a special Kelsey family guest episode. That's right. Family end of the year holiday spectacular. That's what we're calling it. It's just a Kelsey family episode for you guys. Subscribe on YouTube wherever you get your podcast, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S, ladies and gentlemen, and check out our official fan club at newheightsshow.com. Jason, why don't you tell everybody what I just said and what we got coming up?
That's right, Trav. As all of you guys know, you guys have been asking for more of our family members, and we can't give them to you all the time. We got to do it in spurts, but we did figure what better than around the holidays than to have a little bit of a family get together, kindring of where everybody's at in life.
Rekindle.
I don't know if any of that makes sense, but anyways,
I'm with you.
So that means we got a very special episode for you guys. We are going to be joined by multiple members of the Kelsey family. We're going to talk about our Christmases, some family traditions, and get to the bottom of some questions you guys have sent in and have been asking. Please welcome to the show the real star of the Kelsey family, Mama Kelsey. And here she is. Mama Kelsey's here. How about that?
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Mom?
I'm doing good, Mom.
All right.
How are you enjoying Philly, Mom?
I'm loving Philly. It's very warm here, surprisingly so.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get the girls before we jump into this?
Oh, man. I got them a bunch of little things. Some clothes.
You were always good at the stocking stuffers. You were always a pro at that. I haven't seen a stocking quite like yours.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but there were some fun things that they got, so it was good.
I love it.
A lot of knickknacks, some books for Benny because she tears up the little indestructible books.
Yeah, a little. I got him a little dinosaur egg.
Yeah,
that when you open it up, it shows a galaxy on the ceiling and everything. Yeah, so I thought that'd be kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
That'll keep them awake for hours.
There you go. Keep their mind racing. Help Jason and Kylie out.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's awesome. Jason, you wanna jump us off?
Yeah, I think as always, we're gonna get to the first thing, which is new news. Hey yo, there we go.
Like a pro. Mom, your famous cookies made it big time this year. You are officially Little Debbie.
That's probably better.
You're officially Betty Crocker. Mama Kelsey's cookies were sold at both Arrowhead and the Link. Did you see everybody? I don't know how to go during the game. Was everybody coming up to you telling your cookies were amazing or what?
Well, we were kind of away from the general population on Christmas Day because the girls were with us.
Yep.
But
Okay.
I did have a lot of people signal to me from, the various places, and they were holding up my cookies and doing one of those. And it was great because they were sold out within the first 6 minutes.
Damn.
Did they tell you how many cookies were sold or made?
I think there was 25,000 at both, 25,000 in Philly and 25,000 in Kansas City, and they were sold out at both.
How long did it take you to make all those cookies?
Took me days. I have to
She was
admit,
in there working like an elf.
Aramark was very, very kind. They took my recipe and they did all the cooking for me, so it was awesome.
Thank you, Aramark.
Thank you. Thank you for not making my mom's slave cookies to everyone on Christmas.
We're going to get to another one of our favorite segments, which is No Dumb Questions. But this is going to be No Dumb Questions Donna Kelce style. Mama Kelce style.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, Trav, you want to lead it off?
Yeah. Mom, since you're our first guest today, would you do the honor of joining us for Kelsey edition of No Dumb Questions?
Of course. That sounds like fun.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get to it. No Dumb Questions is brought to you by our friends at Accelerator Active Energy Drink. This is about my fifth one today, knowing that I had practice today. No, Mom? These are
it's good. It's good.
These are plant-based thermogenics, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
These are
You can
these
have
are
as many of
ocean
those as you
minerals,
want.
okay?
Okay.
This is no
All right.
sugar added. You can Probably not as many as you want. Too much anything.
Clean caffeine. It's not like that dirty caffeine out of like a coffee bean. That is like
the coffee bean. Like you can taste the dirt in that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Accelerator has brand new flavors: cherry ice pop and tropical punch. Jason, what are you sipping on? You sipping on any of the new ones? You're not sipping on any?
I haven't opened one yet, to be honest.
I got the Rocket Pop going. New flavors, cherry ice pop and tropical punch, are only available at drinkaccelerator.com. That's right. Mom, have you ever had one of these accelerators?
I haven't, because I haven't been able to find them in Florida yet. But
Do you want to try one?
I'll definitely try one.
You're not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm a forewarning.
That's right. I got to get up early to get on a plane anyway.
That's the spirit, Mom.
It just sounds like a Kelsey right there. That's where we get it from.
What should I get? Cherry ice pop or rocket pop?
Yeah,
what
cherry
flavor
ice
should
pop.
I ever try out?
I like cherry, so
I'll get you.
My nails
I
are
don't want you to break it now here.
yeah, there you go. My nails are going to pop off. Thank you.
This is a big moment.
Oh, that's
Just
nice.
just be honest.
It's dangerous,
But
isn't
when
it?
I say honest, make sure you're very complimentary because they pay a lot of money.
No. That's really good. I really like the flavor there. That's
Nice.
pretty good.
All right, well, and that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get to some no dumb questions, because there's no such thing as a dumb question, just dumbass people. All right, mommy, excuse my language. From Megan8326 on YouTube. If the Kelsey gals played football, what position do we think they would excel in? Mama Kels, Kylie, Wyatt, Ellie, Benny. Wyatt running back with her adorable 40 in the living room. Okay, all right. That's a solid maybe. I can see her toting that thing. What are you thinking, mommy?
Who we started with? Mom?
I think we start with mom. Mom, what
All
position
right,
you
let's lead
playing?
it off.
All right, Mom, it's defense.
Defense.
Ooh, look at her. Oh,
Already got the forearm shiver down.
fucking right to the grill.
Definitely
High stick, right to the
defense.
chops.
What level
What
are
I'm
you?
talking about, Mom.
Are you a lineman, linebacker, or secondary?
I think it's secondary because I'm pretty fast, right?
You are fast.
Okay,
Ooh,
secondary.
you are fast.
Secondary,
Yeah,
like cornerback.
maybe.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh!
Mama Kels is the only white DB? Jesus. Is that a strangle move? Does that choke you out? Hey, listen, sometimes you just gotta behind the gouge the eyes. Double thumb action. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
She's clearly thought about these moves before, people.
I love it.
All right.
All right. So mom's a white DB. What about Kylie? What do you think Kylie's playing? Mom?
Oh, Kylie, she's got to move the ball. She's either going to be running it or she's going to be throwing it.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. She was really, really good and accurate as a field hockey player when she was when she was shooting.
Oh,
She could shoot it really hard.
Kylie's a QB? You telling me Kylie's a
I would think
quarterback?
so. Either that or she's running with it. She's a running back. So I think that's more like Wyatt. She's definitely going to be the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
She
definitely
can
seen
plow
Wyatt.
through just about anybody her size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kylie might be like a Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Might just be like a
Ooh,
Gadget,
little dual
like-
threat. Little dual threat.
be slash a tight end slash.
the secret weapon.
No, I really think Elliot's going to be the tight end because she has no fear.
She really
whatsoever.
doesn't. She does have.
She's
Yeah, well,
just
that's one of the
like
traits you got to have at tight end.
yeah, no fear.
Fearless.
Nothing.
Got to
yeah.
be fearless.
Yes,
Yep.
for sure.
She's got to make it to a full adulthood. We don't know if that's going to happen yet. She just jumps off the couch willy nilly and dives into the floor like it's a pool.
That's
Yeah.
my
But
niece.
she's getting there. She's
my
getting there.
niece.
Yeah.
Got to watch out for those second ones, man.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So is Benny
Benny-
old enough to?
It's hard to tell with Benny. Benny's a football right now. She's not hard to
She
gauge her
is
as a
the
football,
football.
player.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It's hard to
That's
gauge
who-
her as the player.
Yeah. Nice. So she'll just be the football. All right. Well,
There you go.
that counts. Mom, for you to say that you're a white DB just made my fucking day. Shout out to
She's
Megan
not
for
playing
that
at all.
one.
She's sitting on the bench, but it's fine.
She's out there. She's ready to give somebody a high stick right to the fucking chops. All right. Well, thank you, Megan8326 on YouTube. That was a fun one to go down with, Mom. We got another one from Leanne Ellis, 5748. No dumb question. Was Mama Kelsey a sports fan before having her boys?
Yes, I was.
Nice.
I was a sports
Well, you're
fan.
east side of
I like
Cleveland.
playing.
How could you?
I mean, when I was in school and things like that, there was no Title IX. Really didn't have collegiate sports for women. About the only thing you could do was be in the Olympics. And
Well, they had them, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't as many
it wasn't,
opportunities.
No, there weren't a lot of.
Because Grandma played
opportunities.
collegiate field hockey, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she did. Yeah. There were some, sports that you could do that with, but not in the ones that I was interested in, like basketball and baseball and things like that. But I did baseball, or really softball, when it was with corporate. When I got into the corporate arena, we did a lot of that, and also darts. I don't know if you consider that a sport, but I was on a team. We were in an all-girls league, and I did that a lot before you guys.
How did we not know this?
I don't know.
I love darts.
Asked.
We need to get
I got a dartboard right here. I got it right over there.
I don't know if I could do it. That's something you have to do a lot of.
Oh, stop it.
Constantly.
Mom,
It's like riding a bike. It's like it's going to be a little rusty to start off, but you'll be right
talking
back
to
at
two
it.
of your offspring. We have the same genes as you. You can just pick that thing up and throw
I
a
had
bullseye.
to practice for a little while, but yeah, I did darts and whatever I could. I could get involved in. I did a little bit of soccer, but I'm not an endurance runner. I'm a sprinter.
Same.
So
Yeah, same.
couldn't do the soccer thing.
Yeah,
but
you're not running
enjoyed it.
foul poles in softball.
Yeah.
Who were your teams growing up? Was it all Cleveland based, or did you kind of have were you biased a little bit to some other teams?
No, I stayed true to the Cleveland Browns and the Cavs and
Oh wait, Mom, true Clevelander
the
right there.
Indians. So
Guardians,
now the
Guardians.
Guardians now, but yeah. I stay with the Cleveland teams.
Have you seen the Browns' new quarterback?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen some highlights from him? He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he is. They're doing very well. They're getting hot right now. So
Smoking Joe.
yep.
Smoking Joe Flacco. Sounds about right. That was Mama's definitely one of the people who brought sports into me and Jason's life. So yes, she's always been a sports fan.
I can honestly say that your dad was the one that searched out teams and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just shared getting you to wherever you needed to go and whatever sport you wanted to play.
Oh yeah.
So it was really, we followed you. Whatever sport you wanted to play, that's what we did.
How did we get into sports? What was the avenue? Like, we just go into things that our friends did? It's hard to remember back to like when we first started.
As early as we could, when you were about 3,
Yes.
you were playing soccer in North Ridgeville.
Wow.
So
How rough was that to
as-
watch?
It was like a herd. Kids
took Wyatt
in a
to
herd.
soccer
They would
this
just
last year.
move around the field in a herd. Everybody was around the ball. It was funny. That's kind of the way hockey was too when you were 6.
Yeah.
But,
Watching
that
some
was
of those
fun.
home videos you got us.
Yeah. But
Outside of Dad not being able to keep the camera on the puck,
that's hard to do.
it was tough to watch.
Yeah. But it was fun getting you involved in hockey. That's when we finally moved to Cleveland Heights and they had
Yeah.
a rink and it wasn't as far away to drive.
Yeah.
So those were great times. We had family friends that were involved in hockey and
Well,
they got us into it. It was really the halls.
Yeah, that's right. Because I feel like hockey definitely
your dental
the halls and
doctor.
there was a lot of like community involvement in hockey,
Yeah.
which kind of caused us to start doing it.
Yeah.
Lacrosse the same way. Like
Yeah.
Terry Saylor
Yes.
was the coach of the girls team at the high school,
Yeah.
Shout out
and he was always
Mr.
trying
Saylor.
to push us into lacrosse.
Right.
And we tried it one year and got into that.
Right.
Um,
And that was because it was a crossover from hockey into lacrosse.
yeah, the sports didn't conflict, and you
Right.
could hit people.
Yeah, the only thing that a boy likes better than running downfield with a stick is running downfield with a stick and 2 knives, on their feet.
Jesus, Mom.
Well, that's what skates are. They're blades.
You're right. And unfortunately, yeah.
What more could you want? It's sad but true.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun.
It still is. How about that? Well, that wraps up No Dumb Questions. Please, can you explain how amazing you were by the end of it, though?
The sarcasm is stop hiding behind the mic. Okay? Here's the deal.
Is there anything you want to add to the story?
No, I really feel like besides the fact that this man, okay. I don't
This
even know.
man,
I
what
don't
am
even
I
know.
getting
Sorry.
blamed for?
Besides the fact that this man was out there yelling at me
I was not yelling at you. It's coaching you.
aggressively. This man was out there
It's a little bit of a yell.
This man was
That's
out
what we
there.
talked about. That's how I talked to Wyatt and Elliot. Pizza! Pizza! It's not a yell.
This
It's a,
man was trying to explain to me about how to cut on the outside edge.
well,
because-
inside edge of one.
It's a pro move right there. It's a pro skier move.
Here's the problem, Trav. I'm not an ice skater either.
Yeah.
So he was trying to explain it in ice hockey skating
He
terms.
was. Mhm.
And it wasn't clicking. Shocker. So if it were not for Keely, I
Oh my
wouldn't have
goodness.
survived.
She definitely saved the day.
Keely Anderson, all props to her. She is the only reason that I made it out of Aspen alive. I'm assuming most people have skied. I had never even clipped into skis before or been in skiing boots. They have like a tilt forward so that you're constantly sort of on your
Quads
toes
are
almost.
burning. Quads are burning for sure.
Here's the problem with that. If you try to sit down, your butt does not touch the ground.
Nope.
I found that out the hard way when I got off the ski lift and immediately tried to bail onto my ass.
Can't go back. You got to
No.
go side.
No, I must have been in a aerodynamic, like fully folded down aerodynamic position for a good 10 seconds before I was like, it's not working, and
glad
had to
stop you.
bail
I'm
out
going faster.
sideways.
There you go. Yeah. Golly.
That was the moment I should have turned around. I should have gotten my ass right back on that ski lift. But the
No.
problem is
No,
that
I'm not
I
gonna let you
love a
do that.
challenge.
Yes.
I love a challenge.
See?
And if someone's like, physically, you should be able to do this, I'm like, then I can do it. And
Yeah.
that is exactly what happened.
And you did it.
And you did it.
I will say, I think you said it took me 45 minutes to get down that mountain. I think you were being generous. I think it took me like a good hour, maybe a little more.
I was being extremely generous. Kylie, we got to the bottom of the hill 45 minutes before you did. That's what I really meant.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think, yeah. I'll tell you what.
I had like 5 beers by the time I was at the bottom of that hill when we finally saw you like in plain sight coming down.
You know
Well, and
what
that was the
blew my
worst. That was
mind?
the scariest part because at
That's
the
where
bottom is where
everybody-
all of the hills like merged, and I was like,
Yeah.
"There's a lot of traffic at the bottom of this. I don't know how she's gonna handle this."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got out the binoculars and was ready for some action.
There was one period. There was one
more
steep
electric.
There was one steep drop off, probably like 25,
I
30
know what you're
minutes
talking
in.
about, yeah.
And it was a pretty short, short part of the hill.
Yeah.
But I think it's where we had like the,
It was a mountain.
I need you to-
We need
I
to stop
need you-
calling it a hill. It's
Okay. I think it was the moment where Jason was like, we're not waiting for you. And
no.
I was going and veered left. And if you veered too far left, you were going off the edge of the mountain.
Yeah.
And I had this moment of, I don't
How
think
far
I
left
should
did
be
you go? I
here.
never saw that. Huh?
It was like a,
Oh, yeah. I remember
it was
this.
a drop off.
I do remember
It
this.
was trees and then
Yeah.
a drop off.
It was a
and-
steep ass drop off too. I remember that.
Yes. And that was the moment I went sideways on the edge of the mountain and looked up at the clouds and was like, I think I should have gotten back on the ski lift. Not to mention, I've had, like Jason said, I was in pizza the whole way down. I've had 2 hip surgeries. I'm not equipped to be at that angle
Yeah.
for that long while pushing against the snow.
my
It
gosh.
was Hot Mess Express down that mountain.
What? What?
Yeah. At the end, the worst part was the little skiers coming past me.
Oh yeah, the little ones, the kids just flying by. Yeah,
They were flying. They
And
were
it was
good.
right at the end where you guys are talking about, because it's where the fast people merged with the slightly slower people.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
And
100%.
I came out to merge. And I'll tell you what, these freaking 4-year-olds are just zipping past me. And I was like, you know what? Big tree, fall hard. Okay.
Yeah,
That's why
there you
I'm
go.
scared and you're fine.
Yeah,
And
you ain't lying.
that's how I comforted
Big
myself.
tree fell hard. My favorite part of the entire day was getting the skis and just knowing that you were not even supposed to be on this mountain.
The woman literally looked at me and said, you shouldn't be here, with a dead face.
Yeah.
I was like,
And it wasn't like a condescending, you shouldn't be
no,
here.
It was straight up,
like,
you should not be here. She said, how much experience do you have? I said, none. She said, you shouldn't be here.
It's real.
And then I sort of glanced around at the 8 other people that we were with and was like, well, they're not leaving, so I'm not leaving. And if you can't beat them, join them.
You got to be a trooper. And you were a
I'm
fucking
going
trooper.
up there.
Well, let's get to our next one. From @Julie Fajad 8600. We also need the shark story from Kylie. Oh yeah, Jason is the best storyteller. But how did it feel that Jason left you out in the middle of the infested waters and on the mountain twice, 2 times?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in defense, she was nowhere near the shark, so I didn't really leave her in a compromised
What
position.
does nowhere near the shark mean?
She was not
I was in
anywhere
the
near.
same water he was.
That's
but
what
you
I'm
were
saying.
significantly more
So
inland.
you could
You weren't as
see
far.
Kylie and you could see the shark.
Yes.
It was hard to
That's-
see Kylie, though. That's how
that's
far away
weird.
she was. It was
No, it
difficult.
wasn't.
It was hard to see.
It was hard to see her.
Let me tell you why it was hard to see me. Because this man was in and out of the water a million times because he couldn't stay up on his board.
If the shark would have been
It is-
anywhere near you, I would have jumped in and attacked
It is the fastest I've ever
would have
seen the
been-
big man move was when he would fall in the water and then have to get back up on his board because
Quick feet.
your boy,
Gotta get
he
out.
was not staying in that water. Okay.
It's lava. It's lava.
This is
It's lava.
before the shark. He could not stay in the water. Every time he fell in, it was full panic to get his ass back up on that board. He could not stay up. And to his defense, he was paddling out. And it was our understanding that if you were paddling out into the ocean, that it was harder to stay up. And if
Yeah.
you were paddling in with the waves, it was much easier.
Wait, yeah.
This man, like, we're just out there sort of going around, paddling, checking out what was underneath us. And I turn around and this man is the
Scurrying.
fastest I've ever seen this man move.
Scurrying.
I was like, oh, look at him go. He's not even, and all I said to him was, are you done? And he was like, mm-hmm.
No,
say-
you did.
Didn't
That's what
say
you gave her?
Well, she was so far away from me. It was hard to hear what she
anything.
said because she was so far away from the shark. So it was hard to tell what she
This was
said.
as he was paddling past me. Travis, he had to paddle past me to get into the shore. He had to paddle past me, and he didn't say anything.
But I was out there. I was with the shark. It was me and that one guy, and everybody else was.
Have you gone back in the ocean with Jason since?
Not with Jason.
Who'd you go in the ocean with?
Myself.
All right. Well, what was worse then? Being left on a mountain or being left in the ocean?
I feel like him not mentioning that there was a shark on his way past me is a little bit worse because it is an imminent threat to my life.
I would have mentioned it if it was an imminent threat.
I feel
It
like
was
this
nowhere
is
near you.
I
There's
It
feel
sharks
wasn't
like,
a threat
all
to
around.
you. It wasn't
There's
a threat
sharks.
to you, Kylie. It was only a
I
threat to
feel
Jason.
Yeah, well, that's
I
because I was
feel
next to the
like-
shark.
I feel like this. Have you ever heard the how you get away from a bear? You just have to be faster
attack
than the
it.
slowest person.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of that one too.
I was his slowest person.
No,
He was like every man for himself. At the very least, I know once I
didn't
get
want to
past
ruin
you,
your experience. You were so far away from the shark, and you're having so much fun. I didn't want to ruin the entire experience for you.
Yeah, you got to keep
I was
positive
fine with
vibes
that.
out in Hawaii.
Yeah,
I was fine with it.
Hang loose.
I knew they were out there. As long as I don't see them, I'm good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Honestly,
perfect.
if I did see them, I'd be a little fascinated, but I don't want to see them.
I've
I
seen
just
one
want
out
to see
there.
sea turtles.
I've seen one out there.
You saw one?
One what? What kind of shark was it?
It was like a. I want to say it was like a bull shark. It was like a.
It's not a good one to see.
It might
I
not have
think
been a
bull
bull
sharks
shark.
are one
then.
of the most aggressive ones.
It's the most.
No, it was like it was
He
probably
would
like
know
a
that.
5-footer. It's probably like a 5-footer.
Yep.
Looked
That
like
is
a great
I
white, but
do-
it was about a 5-footer.
It looked like you hit white.
You know what I mean? Like it didn't
Yeah.
look like a hammerhead shark. You know what I mean? Like it looked
If
like
you look up
it looked like a
5-footer
5-foot
in
great
shark
white.
breeds,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's a 5-footer.
Yeah, it's a 5-footer. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the guy that was snorkeling and showing us all the reefs and everything said he knew a shark lived down here in this cave, so he just went down there and just like messed with it a little bit to get it to like come out of the cave.
Oh,
And
nice.
then
No.
the guy came out of the cave and the shark went right back in. Again, you just got to be faster than the slowest person, Kylie. Just remember that.
That's it. That's what he said. Kylie's slower than me. I'm going to just scoot on past her and then I'm safe.
Jason, you got the next one.
From @Susie_R. I need Kylie's reaction to Jason being nominated to Sexiest Man Alive, please. Has Jason changed since receiving this huge honor?
Yeah, he has changed. I can see it in his eyes.
Am I more glowing?
You are. You look fabulous.
With your helmet screen. He has not changed. I am on record for saying that I knew this.
Yeah.
I mean, I married him, guys.
All right now.
All the women that passed up on this, mine. Yeah, I knew this. This is a no-brainer to me. Yeah.
Gosh.
He's still mine.
Does he look sexier than he's ever been? Or is it kind of like starting to fade a little bit?
I will say.
It's fading a little bit.
No, this is another time where it's just it's a pain in the ass. He's aging like fine wine. Like he's going like Silver Fox situation.
Yeah.
And when we first
Starting
started
to get them
dating,
grays.
he would have a random gray in his beard and he would let me pull it. And as I was pulling it, he would tell me
adorable.
how excited he was to get gray and
Yeah.
to like go white.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, gray hair, that's weird. And now I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Like hurry
He's
it
like
up.
salt and he's like salt and he's
Yeah,
salt
like
and
hurry
peppered
this
on
shit
the
up.
sides. It's like sprinkled in his beard.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's just a well-seasoned gentleman.
That's what I'm saying.
Right there. Well-seasoned gentleman.
Alrighty, moving on from
yeah.
at Brian Sanchez,
Oh, B.
4274.
Sanchez.
The good old B. Sanchez. Can we get a reaction from Kylie on the jacket she modeled for $100,000?
Ooh.
Did you have any idea that the jacket would get that kind of reaction?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am extremely grateful to the
I don't even
McElhennys
think
for
Princess
this.
Diana's jacket would go for $100,000.
Oh, that would be insane. That would go for
Would you
million easy.
make an offer on it?
No, I am not worthy.
You got your own.
I modeled that jacket because Ryan Hammond of the Eagles Autism Foundation said that they would use this as an opportunity to raise money for the foundation. We had absolutely no idea that auctioning one off would be able to do that. Like Jason has said, the McElhennys have been involved in a couple things involving EAF. And it's so amazing to have their support. Yeah, I mean, it's mind boggling. I can't thank them enough for being that generous. It's pretty absurd.
Yeah. No, it was extremely absurd. And you killed it, obviously. You're just a star in every form of the word. Michael Petega at 8019 mentioned that why didn't Jason bring jeans for Jason?
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. It's Kylie's fault. Not. She has 3 other children, not 4. Nice try, Jason. That doesn't sound like a question.
Nice try,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Jason didn't bring jeans for Jason because Jason thought that Jason was coming home
Yes.
in between. And he was actually getting surprised by Honey Bobo.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he didn't know that Bo was coming into town. And because of that, he went to the hotel where
Went
Bo
straight
was
there. Yeah.
to see him beforehand, have a little lunch, hang out.
And that's where it all went wrong.
And then I was late, as per usual.
Well, you got a lot on your plate.
And thanks, Trev, but I probably
weren't
should have
late.
been on time for this.
The party doesn't start till you get there, Kai. We all know
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, everyone
That's
else
right.
was early.
We got a lot of comments from the 92%ers about them blaming the jeans on you at the Kelsey premiere.
I would just like to say, Trav, the way you had my back was
Yeah, it was very good.
incredible.
I wasn't going to let this guy do that. I wasn't
Thank
going
you.
to let this guy do that.
I deeply appreciated that.
Yeah.
That was very kind. Thank you.
Just trying to be a good brother over here. Kai, do you got any New Year's resolutions?
I don't think so.
No?
No?
I don't,
We're not big on resolutions out here.
I'm going to be honest. Social media has made it like this whole thing of like, let's go to the gym and let's get bit. And
That's
then
what I'm doing.
Listen,
I'm
3 weeks into the new year.
I'm not eating bacon anymore.
What?
I'm done eating
Why?
bacon. Yeah,
Why?
Why?
Because I've had way too many. I'm definitely still eating bacon. I will probably. I'll probably never have mayo again though. I'm over mayo. I'm done with it.
Do you ever eat mayo?
No.
No.
He hates mayo.
But
So he's giving up something he already doesn't do.
This sounds
you got to
like
sacrifice something.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like when you give up something for Lent. That's something that you don't actually like, and
What's Lent?
therefore it is not a sacrifice.
You don't
Did
know
he
what
just
Lent
say?
is?
What's
I thought
Lent?
he said lint. What's lint?
Lent.
Lent is the
Lent?
ashes thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice,
Got
Trav.
it.
I don't have a New Year's resolution, but I wish you luck in your endeavors to give up mayonnaise.
What are your favorite Christmas traditions that you had growing up?
We didn't have a whole lot of Christmas traditions. The one that we did have was that my dad and I would always go and get the tree.
Nice.
We were a real tree family.
Gotta be,
And
yeah.
we did not cut it down, but we would go into like West Philly and pick a tree because it was cheaper there.
West Philly. Did you guys go out to like Reading or like Lancaster?
No, we did
No,
not.
she's talking
There's a
about
tree
actual
farm out
Philadelphia.
there.
I heard there was a tree farm out there. Let me be clear. We've recently been, the past couple of years, we've gone to a Christmas tree farm and it is delightful.
Magical.
It's fantastic.
It is
Magical.
so much. It is so much
some of
fun.
them do it right. You know, some of them do it right.
It really kickstarts the holiday feeling because you get to go out there, walk through a bunch of Christmas trees, just living their lives, and then chop one down and take home its carcass. It's so much fun.
There you go.
And by that, I mean, we get a fresh tree that lasts a really long time and it's beautiful and smells delicious.
Smells amazing.
And we've gotten a
of course.
bird's nest the last 2 years.
2 years in a row.
2 years
There's
in a
no
row.
bird in it. There's no
Two
bird
birds.
in it.
Aw,
Dead in the tree.
dead?
Travis, he's
I'm sure
kidding.
the girls went nuts over these dead birds.
No,
Pretty
but you know
bird.
who did
They-
go
Pretty
nuts?
bird.
They think it's just like a stuffed animal, so they're just playing with it.
Can you stop with the bit? It's not funny.
All right, I'll stop.
Did Jason ever tell you he had 2 birds living in his room when
No,
he was a kid? Yeah, he had 2 pet
I-
birds.
no, he didn't.
There's 2 wild birds.
Just living in your living in
Because
your room.
he kept his window
I kept my
open,
room so tidy.
This tracks.
and then Flash got to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
That is the one that's he doesn't tell many positive stories about pets. Like he's just not warm and fuzzy about pets, but about Flash, he will tell the story about how he saw Flash out the kitchen window catch a bird mid-flight and how he was forever impressed.
Flash was a
It was
gangster.
a very impressive.
Flash was a
athletic feat.
gangster. Flash
That's
was a
what he
gangster.
told me.
I love Flash. Yeah,
Who was the other one? Batman? What was the other one's name?
there were. Well, Flash had a bunch
Batman
of
was only there
babies.
for like, yeah.
Little bit of time.
What kind of dog was Flash?
What kind of dog? Flash was a cat.
Flash was a cat. Flash was the fastest
It's all right,
cat.
Brandon. It's all right.
It's all good. You didn't know.
We did have a dog named Belle. It was named
Yeah.
after Albert Bell.
You don't tell many stories. Like the only stories you've told about Belle is how Belle used to get out, and then you guys figured out that you had to do a lap around the block in the minivan, and then drive back into the backyard towards the garage to get her to run back into the yard. Like you had to make it a game of chase.
No, we loved Belle. We
And
played.
he got Bell
we
great
played fetch
exercise
with her.
that Bell wasn't getting.
Yeah, seriously.
Poor Belle.
We would do walks around the block with her.
Would you? Mm-hmm. Did you get lost then, or did she show you the way home?
Well, if I stayed on my block, I was find that. Come on, guys.
This guy's unbelievable.
But no, Belle was a really good dog. She was.
Trav, you know my rule, right? We have an agreement here. You don't send us anything with a heartbeat. We have that agreement, right? We came to terms with that
So
a while
far.
ago, right?
Yeah, until they're
But I
5.
said that
I
if
got
you, I said if you send anything with a heartbeat, what will happen? The next morning, there will be a full petting zoo on your front lawn, and I stand by that. Okay,
I mean,
I stand by
what kind
it.
of animals are we talking here?
But
we talking
here's
the
the
fun
deal.
ones, or all right.
No, here's the deal. I told Jason that I want to get a cat, and he told me no.
Well,
And I feel like you might like cats now.
what What color? What color cat do you want?
I don't want you to send a cat. I just want I just want you to get on my team here.
No, yeah.
I believe
we're
you
pro
referred to it
cats.
as Team Dummies
Team Dummies.
the other day.
Huh? Oh yeah, the Team Dummies one for
That's
Team
us.
Dummies.
We're
Yeah,
Team Dummies.
We're in this together.
Yep.
I will say this though, you get a good cat like Flash, you won't have any mice. You won't have any
That's
birds
what I'm
in the
talking about.
house.
You hear this?
Yep.
He wants an outdoor cat.
That's what Flash was.
That's what Flash was. We didn't know if
Flash was
Flash
an
was
indoor,
dead
outdoor
or
cat.
alive.
No, Flash was an outdoor cat.
Flash
Flash was
barely
outside.
inside. I'm
We
telling
had
you.
canned food for months, and Flash lived off of that
I
for
would hear her-
years.
It's just like, we actually
Flash.
never fed the cat.
I would
Now that
hear
you-
didn't
her
know
outside
Flash-
fighting other cats. She was not an indoor cat.
Yeah,
She
no,
was,
Flash. The only
she was
time
an
I saw
occasional
Flash,
indoor cat.
it would Flash be gone for like 2 weeks at a time, come to the back door and just be meow, like Flash. Be like,
Yeah.
yo, what up? Where you been? Yeah, are you hungry?
You're alive.
Stray cat is
Yeah, they're the
Different
most
breed.
gangster. Okay,
If we're going to do it, we are going to
to
go
adopt a cat.
No, we're not. That-
He wants to go to a barn.
Yeah,
and steal
if we're
one of
going to
the
do it
barn
because
cats
there's
that are
mice and we're
feral.
going to have it be a working cat, we're going to go to an Amish barn that has a bunch of inbred cats that are going to die in like 4 or 5 years, but they're going to kill the shit out of some mice.
Let's move this thing to Stamp of the Week, baby. Moving on to wrapping things up here, handing out our New Heights Stamp of the Week. Stamp of the Week is sponsored by State Farm. How about that? Talk to a State Farm agent today and learn how you can bundle and save with the personal price plan. That's right. Like a good neighbor. Kylie?
State Farm is there.
Nice. That was actually better than I could
Very
ever
good.
fucking say this. Kylie, as our closer on the Kelsey Family Year-End Holiday Spectacular, would you help us wrap this episode up by choosing someone to receive the New Heights Holiday Stamp of the Week? It can be anyone you'd like who has taken their game to new holiday heights. You got anybody close to you that you might want to give a shout out to? If you say Jason, this segment's ruined.
I'm
So
not.
don't say
I'm not
Jason.
going Jason. I'm tempted to pick on you further, but I feel like that's not going to go well.
Pick on me?
I was going to pick on Travis.
Oh. About
I was
what?
going to say whoever wore the Santa suit.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that was Austin Swift.
I mean,
That
I
was,
feel
well, that
like
was Santa. It was Santa to all you
Santa,
guys.
Santa,
It was
Santa, Santa,
Santa. It was Santa. Santa Claus.
that was a full commit. And
It was a
I
full
respect
commit.
that.
He killed
I
it.
respect a full commit.
He killed it, and he
Yes.
he actually made me feel like a child because his gift to me was straight out of the bag.
Like the Santa.
The following is a fast-paced entertainment news style script. Think E! News or entertainment tonight. No headings, no timestamps, just a continuous flow of reporting. Tonight's top story takes us from the recording studio to the kitchen as we dive into the sweet new bond between Taylor Swift and a matriarch of the Kelce family. While Taylor has long been known as a master songwriter, she's also built a reputation as a powerhouse baker, famous for her chai cookies and homemade treats. However, sources say even a global superstar can be humbled, and that is exactly what happened when she finally tasted a batch of Mama Donna Kelce's legendary cookies. Witnesses and insiders report that when Taylor first tried the famous double chocolate chip recipe, her reaction wasn't just a polite nod, it was total, unadulterated disbelief. Imagine being a woman who has traveled the world and dined at the most exclusive Michelin star restaurants, only to be floored by a treat pulled from a simple Tupperware container. Taylor was reportedly so shocked by the texture and flavor that she immediately began asking for the secrets behind the bake. For those wondering, the Mama Kelce magic involved a specific chilling process and the use of 2 different types of flour, creating a cookie that is officially best in NFL level. But this viral moment is about more than just sugar and butter. In the Swift Kelce era, food has become a primary love language. For Taylor, who has always prioritized tradition and family values, enjoying Donna's baking was a major rite of passage. It effectively moved their relationship from the meeting the parents phase into a genuine friendship built on shared passions. Insiders suggest that Taylor was so impressed, she's already looking to incorporate some of Donna's techniques in her own holiday baking lineup. What we are seeing is the ultimate seal of approval. When you can win over a billionaire pop icon with a family recipe, you know that bond is the real deal. This mutual respect in the kitchen has translated into the heartwarming scenes we see every Sunday in the VIP suites, proving that the Kelce household might just be the tastiest spot in professional sports. As the Swiftie and Chiefs kingdoms continue to merge, one thing is certain. Between Taylor's talent and Donna's cookies, this is a winning combination. We have to ask the fans, if you were at the table, whose cookies would you reach for first? Let us know your pick in the comments.